Hey guys, I wanted to review a little bit about inverse functions. So let's think about what we know about inverse functions, and here we are at Desmos. So let's say we pull out some functions here that I have preloaded. We know that inverse functions have their domain and range switched. We know that they reflect across the line y equals x, and we know that they do the inverse operation in the reverse order. So if I had 2x plus 5, we would know that the reverse order of that would be to subtract 5 from a number and then divide it by 2. Voila. We know that if we had y equals 2 to the x power, that its inverse would be y equals log base 2 of x. And see what a pretty design that makes. So lovely. We know that x squared and the square root of x have some sort of relationship, but when we look at it, we see, the inverse of x squared is not a function. The inverse of x squared is the square root of x, but if we had that, let's just add another one in there, a new expression, the opposite of x to the 0.5, the square root of x. Now all of a sudden it looks like it, and so, but this would not be a function because it doesn't pass the vertical line test. And so what we need to do is get rid of that guy and change this one so that it passes the horizontal line test, because when we reflect a function over the line y equals x, a horizontal line becomes vertical. So we are going to change the domain of this, and whenever we change the domain of a number, we try to change it so that change it at a turning point. So here would be a turning point. So let's see here. If I change this to x is greater than 0, now all of a sudden we have this function here, and when we look at its inverse, voila, it makes that pretty beautiful pattern. So now let's talk trig. Let's talk about the sine of x. We notice that it does not pass the horizontal line test because it is periodic. It's going to keep whoop, whoop, going over and over and over again. We might expect it to look something like that, but that doesn't pass the vertical line test. It is not a function. So we are going to restrict the domain, and you're going to watch a couple of videos by Eddie Wu talking through how we restrict the domain. But if you're interested in what the inverse sine function looks like, it looks like that. Just that little bit. Boop, there it is. And just so you know, we can say inverse sine like this, or we can say arc sine of x. It's the exact same thing, and we can see that visually right there. All right, love and miss you guys. Bye.